Welcome and welcome back, my dear Tarot pals. Quickly, some updates before we go ahead. But before that, if you've just found me through an algorithm search, I welcome you to my growing Tarot pal community. We are almost at a 500 and so excited. So if you are somebody who's a returning viewer, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It will mean the world to me. Quick updates about why there has been lesser videos. I've kind of covered on this on one of my Instagram stories. By the way, if you're not following me on Instagram, that's where I'm more consistent or regular with daily tarot updates and oracle guidance. The link is in the description box below. Don't forget to join me on my Instagram account. Some of you already have heard this on Insta stories, but I think I didn't really explain it in detail. I have been covering a lot of, and thank you everybody for that, who's booked a personal reading with me. So there's been quite a lot of past audio readings that were pending, which I've closed. Now we do not do audio readings anymore. I had some face-to-face readings which were booked, virtual connects for the 1 hour readings, which we have also wrapped up. So our personal readings have been keeping me pretty busy in the sense of Tarot Pal. Apart from that, I've also picked up multiple roles at my 9 to 5 job. Those of you who don't know, I have a full-time profession. And that has led me to even lesser hours to manage to make videos and free content. That said, of course, I'm trying my best to get everything back in order. I'm also in between house hunting, and I'm trying to find a new home for my family. So I hope you understand that's just a lot going on my personal and professional front. Just wanted to give you guys that quick update so that you understand why you're seeing lesser videos. Of course, we will continue Tarot Pal, and not that we will not bring up the number of videos that come up every week. Just give me a couple of months and we'll hopefully get our rhythm back again. On that note, today we're going to do a little different pick a card reading. Those of you who are new, there are 3 different piles right here in front of me. In front of you. You can pick either one of them or more than one if you're drawn to more than one. You can also pick through the charms. I'm going to give you a close-up in a bit. Today I've already pulled the Oracle and the Lenormand cards. And the tarot we will shuffle on the camera because it is already going to be a really long reading. We're going to look at everything you need to know for your career, money, finances for the next 100 days from whenever you watch it. It's a timeless reading, so whenever you found it, this reading is for you. There are also detailed readings I've done for the year 2022. I strongly recommend you to go check out the playlist called Timeless Readings. I'm pretty sure you will find guidance there. There's an email address below where you can send me an email for a personal paid reading. On that note, let's quickly give you a close-up of the 3 charms to pick from. So for pile 1, we have, the Dreamcatcher. Okay. For pile number 2, we have the Pearl. This boy is very difficult to make it stand. So 1 was Dreamcatcher, 2 is Pearl, and 3 is a little Dolphin. Like I said, it's a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. You may feel drawn to more than one pile. You can pause the video if you need more time to make your selection. I will see you in your respective piles. Hello and welcome the beautiful pile 1s who've picked this Dreamcatcher charm. We'll just leave that here or maybe at the top corner. Yep. Okay, so like I said, we're going to do this a little differently today. We do have quite a lot of oracle cards, runes, angel guidance, astrology cards out for you already. We are going to be using the Everyday Witch Tarot to look at your present energies, what's currently going on, what can you really expect, and the outcome would be with the After Tarot. Okay, so what I want to start this reading with today is the rune that you've perhaps picked, which is the main theme for the next 100 days for your career, money, finances. Okay, what's really going on for you? We have Ewas. Okay, let's talk about this before we move ahead. This rune talks about answers. That's the first message I want to give you. So if you've been waiting for clarity to dawn upon you, if you've been waiting for a transformation to happen for you, this talks about both receiving answers from within and receiving answers from externally. So let's say you've given an examination and you're waiting for an outcome of that examination. That is highly likely for some of you in the next 100 days. If you are waiting for a promotion, somewhere where you're waiting for answers to dawn upon you in any form or shape, this rune confirms the answers are coming. This is also a card that talks about inner transformation or a makeover, a change of outlook, a change in the way you see certain answers coming to you or what you really seek to achieve. Within your space of career, there could also be, this is a very strong card for artists, especially related with makeup, cosmetics, physical beauty, any kind of a, let's say you're a photographer, model, any of those line of work where physical beauty or your face or your appearance really makes a difference. You're perhaps somebody who gives talk shows and you're on the stage a lot. Wherever you are seen, and being seen is a very important part. This is a very positive rune to show up for you guys, okay? With this card showing up, one of the immediate guidance I want to give you guys is mirror work. Confidence is key for this pile, and mirror work, looking into your eyes, talking to yourself for 5 minutes in the morning, some positive affirmations, is going to make tremendous impact on your overall outlook towards life, okay? That is what is your theme for the next 100 days when it comes to your rune. Okay, now I want to move towards the astrology cards to see what is the key theme, what house is getting activated, any zodiac signs that show up for you. So the first card we have here for you is again Venus. Wow, you've picked again artistic. Venus rules luxury, love, art, beauty, love. All these things are a part of Venus, right? Venus also governs the Taurus and the Libra, some relevant zodiacs in your life or in your placements. This talks about creativity. This talks about being appreciated for the things that you're making, actually earning tangible money. So if some of you are artists, but you're not getting a lot of booking, if some of you are painters, but you're not selling a lot of paintings, this is confirmatory of money coming your way through your artistic skills. If you are not in a profession which directly links to artistic abilities, I strongly recommend you to relook at how you're presenting yourself at your workspace. Is there, perhaps you want to do a makeover for your clothes, because clothes do speak a lot about us, right? Perhaps you want to look at how do you feel about your body? How does your skin feel? Are you feeling hydrated throughout the day? Because Venus is beauty. If you're not feeling good in your body, you are going to have an impact towards your career, okay? This, of course, also talks about working with women or women in power with the Venus card showing up. So there could be a lady boss who's very important for this pile. There could also be females coming together to collaborate and work in a space. 12th house talks about the house of moksha, the house of rest, the house of spirituality, the house of reaching for the higher realm, because it's almost a completion of the cycle that there is. With Venus and the 12th house showing up, I strongly recommend this pile for a remedy for things that are becoming blockages for you. Perhaps you want to donate to old age homes, especially elderly women. That would help you in clearing any kind of a financial block or money block that you're currently facing in your life. Ensure that while you are deep diving into this Venusian space, which is all about luxury, art, money, don't forget to balance your soul with enough out time, with spending some time meditating, spending some time praying. All of these smaller habits are clearly making an impactful it's like these tiny things that you'll be doing in the next 100 days. How you balance between these two aspects will create a significant impact. Some of you who are artists or are any kind of a creative field, in fact, whether or not you are in a creative field, be mindful of your dreams, guys, in the next 100 days. Saturn is retrograde while I shoot this, if you're watching this real time. This could generally mean that there are some occurrences happening from your past life, or there are certain lessons coming up from your past life. There's some deeds that you had to do in the past life which you would get an opportunity to complete during the next 100 days of the cycle, okay? We have Gemini, which is all about communication. It rules the 3rd house. It also talks about short distance travel for some cases. Again, with Venus and Gemini coming up, there could be a significant friend in your life who's playing an important role with bringing you answers. Internet or online business would work wonders for you. Any kind of a knowledge acquisition that you've been parking for some other day, some other time. I'll sign up for that course, but I've not yet done it. Please go ahead and do it. If you can spend some time in your local library. Upskilling is the key message for pile number 1. When it comes to how do you get to the next stage, you need to go ahead and learn more, bring more versatility into your art, your talent, whatever kind of work you're doing. You need to have more ideas come into you, and Gemini is an idea powerhouse, right? Also, this talks about clear communication. Okay, how are you speaking? also decides, if you ask a wrong question, you're going to get the wrong answer. That's a very channeled message that I got for you. Whoever needs to hear it, don't ask the wrong questions. You will get the wrong answers, and then it leads to a lot of confusions. So before you go out seeking for help, ask yourself, am I framing my question correctly? Because if you're not framing your question correctly, you'll keep on getting incorrect information, which leads to further confusion for you. Let us move towards your Lenormand card, shall we? Okay. Travel is clearly on the cards for many of you. Again, the number 3 talks about action. So guys, sitting out and waiting for answers to come will not help. Going out in the water and traveling and taking that due effort is what you're being pushed for. If there's any kind of a visa work which is pending for you guys, the next 100 days looks tremendously beneficial. If you are in any kind of a business which relates to import-export, or overseas travel, or you have a lot of clients which are overseas, or you're waiting for something to get cleared from an overseas client, this is a very positive omen showing up. You could work with the energy of dragon, maybe get a statue or an idol of dragon for you, because it's a sign which again has that fiery energy and the wisdom of spirituality. Okay, I haven't seen much spiritual awakening cards yet, but there's something about this pile, apart from the 12th house, which we have of course seen, which is telling me about somewhere your spiritual life needs to be integrated into your practical professional space for you to get that next level of quantum leap in your career. Okay, and perhaps the next 100 days would bring you that. Let us look at what does Moonology want to tell us. So we have the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn, which is coming in the month of July, by the way. This is amazing, guys, because I'm making this video in June. So next 100 days is the full moon in Capricorn. In fact, the very next full moon will be in Capricorn as per the Western zodiac sign. If you're working hard, again, you're waiting for something, you've been trying to wait for the answers, it is coming your way. That is for sure. Full moon in Sagittarius is the next full moon in the next 2 days. If you're watching this again real time, this is a super auspicious card when it also talks about luck. And 3rd and the 9th house is now coming up for you guys, which is about, again, short distance travel, long distance travel, acquisition of knowledge, trying to reach for higher philosophies, taking the higher road instead of getting too fixated on petty battles. Okay, you and your loved ones are safe. Wow, guys, this pile, look at the confirmation. I'm making this video in June. This is a 100 days reading, and all your cards are within the next 100 days, which means whatever things which have been pending for you guys, you've been waiting for momentum to pick up, speed is clearly here for you. Okay, this is July. This is again July. So July is a significant month. I strongly recommend, guys, don't miss out on the 2022 rest of the year reading, which I've done. I will give it to you in the description box below as well. It has month by month messages and guidance, because I feel pile number 1 has a significant month approaching, which can be a game changer for this year for you. You'll get a lot of answers. So do not miss out on this pile also talks to me about, with this Cancer and Capricorn showing up, which is the 6th, which is, hold on, that's dogs barking, which is definitely a good confirmation, by the way. How are you balancing your mother and your father side? Which means there is a part of you which likes to receive information, which likes to be nurtured, which likes to be taken care of, which is caring towards the people at work, the clients you service, the whatever kind of work you do, right? There is a part where we give, and then there's a part where we receive, where we earn, where we grab opportunities. Make sure that there's a very well balanced way with which you're dealing with both sides of yourself, right? This is the father, this is the mother, this is the father. So if you put it in the context of your career or your financial aspects, make sure that you're giving back to the community whatever you're earning. You're not hoarding wealth. That's a very strong message, pile 1, for you guys. Okay, we will look at your Sai Baba Oracle guidance and your angel guidance after we've seen the tarot. I know we're going pretty zigzag today, but that's how I feel drawn today to do this. So let's put these cards apart and let us look at, hold on. First, I want to see what's currently going on for you guys while you watch this reading. Okay, before we go into guidance and what's coming up for you, what can we expect? If so far the messages that I've given to you has already resonated, I want you to go ahead and be a sweetheart for me. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. Hit that like button if you haven't yet, because it definitely makes a huge difference and is super, super motivating for me as well. Okay, Spirit, pile number 1. What's going on in their career, money, finances right now? Pile number 1. What is happening currently while we do this reading? Pile number 1. Okay. Okay. We have options here. I can understand why you're again waiting for answers to come up. There are contracts that you've just signed. May has been a significant month for some of you. Gemini again showing up very strongly with the Lovers card here. This tells me that currently you are in that energy of making decisions, of making choices, this way or that way. Should I sign this paperwork? Should I not sign this paperwork? Is this contract really worth it for me? Is this partnership really going to help me? That is the energy that you're in. There's a decision to make and there's a decision that you need to close. I strongly recommend do not delay this further. Let the answers come to you. Wow, the Hermit has turned. Wisdom will come through solitude. Stop asking other people for answers. Go inwards, pile 1. Go inwards. Spend some time meditating. Spend some time out in a forest, in a park. Listen to some devotional songs if you're somebody who's religious. But let the answers come to you. Okay? The image of owl or the owl spirit could be trying to connect with you. You maybe want to watch a documentary about owls. Is something I want to say to pile 1. It also talks about, again, that inner wisdom and that inner knowledge. Virgo and Gemini are the 2 cards showing up, which is the energy of Mercury. Perhaps the Mercury retrograde, which we've just left, has been pretty turmoilic. Has been, it's been, dude, I forgot that word. Turmoil. Is there a past tense of turmoil? Whoever knows, give me in the comment section below. Okay, it's been pretty turbulent for you, let's just say that. Okay, during the Mercury phase, you need to ground yourself, pile 1s. Okay, spend some time in the next 100 days for your professional success to make more clarity, for this answer to come to you, for this decision to happen. You do have an inner knowing, you do have an inner wisdom. It's almost like you can't hear yourself sometimes. So hence, staying quiet, taking out downtime from your social media, from switching off the laptop after a certain number of hours. These could be some basic things you need to be doing for your professional life to not feel such an uphill ride for you, if that's how you've been feeling, especially during the Mercury retrograde. Okay, let's move towards what is really happening for you guys in the next 100 days for career, money, finances. What's happening for pile 1 in the next 100 days? Okay, we have the 5 of Wands, the 7 of Swords, the World. Okay, I know I'm going to give a message which perhaps will sound a little specific to some of you. You do not win a narcissist by playing with them, right? If someone is lying to you, if someone has been cutting corners, not doing their job right, if you have tried to be honest with them, if you've been trying to help them complete a project to an absolute success, but there's no progress happening, there's no change in behavior, they seem to be staying where they are because it almost feels like they choose to be that person. You're just going to run out of your energy by trying to convince them, trying to see more, trying to give them the answers. You can only help those who want to help themselves, right? So for pile 1s, if you are surrounded by people who are not as passionate about what you're doing, what you care for, you cannot really make them, you can't pull them to success, right? There is a successful completion of a project coming. So let's say there is something that you're working on and you've been desperately hoping that it all works out finally. Yes, it will happen, but let me give you a very clear and honest answer. You have petty people around you. Okay, you have a lot of insecure souls around you, because this combination is about lies and deceit and matching up with competition, which is unnecessary. Unnecessary, right? So be mindful of people who are comparing themselves with other people, which is just leading to further distortion. Okay, there are people in your professional space, because this is of course about career. Now this will apply differently to different people, right? Who are perhaps not putting in as much effort as they should to achieve what needs to be done to complete this project, this target that you have, but yet every time there's a solution, they have a problem with the solution. Okay, every time somebody else wants to do something great, there's a resistance that comes up from this person. There's Oh, I can so think of somebody I know in my life who's playing like that with me, but I didn't pick this pile, so whoever this message is for. And I just realized you've picked the Dreamcatcher. You're perhaps also getting nightmares. Sage yourself, protect yourself, pile ones. Because you're doing well in life, right? There is some sort of a support that you clearly have with the Wheel of Fortune as the underlying message. The tide will turn, the project will complete, but be very mindful of people silently wishing for you to fall. You know me, if you know me as a reader, I do not sugarcoat. I will tell you what it is. So yes, there are energy vampires around you. Yes, there are people who are not putting in their 100% around you. Yes, there are people who are competing with you, which is unnecessary and unrequired. Your competition is keeping a very strong eye on you, perhaps because you are doing well in life. And there is success coming. Okay, I don't want you to get scared of this energy, because you will still complete what you need to complete. Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius and Leo are very strongly present here and will be your strong allies. Okay, people with these placements will be your strong allies. If you're looking at your workplace and you're trying to consider who should I trust, who should I not trust, be very mindful of people who cut corners, people who are making excuses, people who are shying away from doing the hard work. When you come up with an idea, if it requires a little bit of a work and people say, you know what, no, this can't be done, this is just too much, I don't know why this. People who are consistently resistant to growth, you got to shut your ears to them. Pile one. If you're working on let's say you're an artist and you're working on a project and you know this is going to be a little crazy, we got to just do something different, and there's a nagger in around you. You know, he'll keep saying, I really don't know if this can really happen. I really don't know if this, you know what I'm trying to say here, right? You understand this energy. Sometimes we've all met people who, if you look back and you ask yourself, what has this person done towards progress? Perhaps the answer would be very evident that they've never really contributed. But if you ask yourself, how many times in a day, or in how many times in a year have I been held back because of this person? You know the thing, okay? And right now is not a time to cut them away. You got to just let the water flow. You got to focus on the work. You got to focus on what you need to do. Okay? There is support here, let me tell you. There is definitely support here. So it's not like you have to fight this battle alone. There are people who are as dedicated to this goal of yours as you are. Okay, who would give you the wisdom. Perhaps somebody very spiritual. So if you do have somebody at your workplace, at your academics place, who's very spiritual, who takes out time to meditate, who's into yoga, who's into, you know what I'm trying to say here, right? Those kind of people who will bring candles to work and crystals to work. Hey, high five if you're like that. I used to take all my crystals to work. I'm that kind of a person. But yeah, that's your spirit telling you, you know what, that person can help you. Go seek such people who take out time to understand what's going on inside so that they can contribute towards your success instead of making holes. I'm literally seeing somebody like rowing a boat and someone else trying to put in a lot of effort to let the boat go ahead, but then there's someone else who's constantly dropping the balls, doing something off, which just kind of keeps getting you losses, okay? And you will have opportunity to get over this. I don't want to scare you by saying that, you know what, you don't have to give them too much energy. You just have to be mindful that you're not allowing their energy to make you get distracted from what you are here to do. Okay. Let us look at your after tarot. What can we expect for pile number? Some of you who are hoping to travel through work is definitely happening in the next 100 days. What are the blessings, outcome of the next 100 days for pile 1? Thank you. Blessings and outcome. We have 2 cards. Wow, we have the Judgment. Someone's karma is clearly coming back. Okay, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Okay, King of Swords. Love this, love this. You have people who are very intellectually sharp around you. This is air signs, which is Libra, Aquarius and Gemini. Again, that Gemini energy showing up. Surround yourself with people who want to grow, who want to learn, who want more. Talk to them. Reach out to expert guides. Reach out to experts instead of just listening to people who are, you know, bickering. There's whatever effort you will put in towards this goal, you will get your due reward in 100 days. So don't get demotivated from putting in the effort. Okay, an awakening will happen and you will get the due reward. You will get the due reward. Be very mindful of your words because people will try to tweak your words. There is a new beginning and success coming, especially for those of you who are planning a startup, something new to begin, something new to launch. At the end of the 100 days, the start is ready. So consult experts, guys. I'm again saying, read books, listen to podcasts, get your knowledge. This pile needs to acquire more knowledge, okay? Whatever you're trying to do, the more you know, the more affirmed is your success, okay? Three of Swords. Perhaps there's someone you have a lot of, Three of Swords to Seven of Swords. There were some big promises made. Maybe by a leader, maybe by a partnership you got into. And it is not going right. You know it. Internally, you've kind of seen it. It's not happening. It's not working out the way it's supposed to be. And it's broken your heart to a bit. You had hoped it would work out right, but there's a failed plan. A very specific message for pile ones. If you are the one who has a plan and you've become very rigid about this is the only way it can happen, believe me, you're just leading yourself to you are manipulating yourself then. Success will require you to be agile, right? So if you are able to understand in a project, something is failing, something is not working, some people can't work together, and you're still hanging on to it, you're the one who's creating you're self-sabotaging a project. So if you're the one who's in that decision-making power, don't let that happen to yourself or to your people. Anything else I want to say before I move ahead with your reading, guys? See, everything in the next 100 days will not work out exactly the way you want it. And I want you to have faith that that's okay. That is exactly what your answer is. The things that don't work out the way you want it to work it out is also a part of the journey where you have to go. So don't be scared of that. Don't be scared of changing your gear midway. Don't be scared of changing plans mid-year. So that agility and flexibility is very, very needed for you guys. Okay? Three of Wands. There is a news coming your way which you've been waiting for a far off land for some of you. Let's look towards your angel guidance now. Okay, yeah, fear. Is it like you thought something has to go this way and now that it's not working out the same way, you're getting too anxious and scared that things are just going to fall apart? If there is a new idea that you're birthing, if there is a new seed that is at play, please go ahead and take due action towards this professionally. There's nothing to be fearful of change. Don't be scared of change, pile ones. Change is good. I want you to write that if you've reached this part of this reading. Comment and claim it. Change is great for me. Change means good things are coming. I'm ready. I'm flexible. Call upon Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael. Be mindful that you don't stress yourself out to the level of falling sick though. Because there is a lot of anxiety here. God box. You know what a God box is, right? You write all your troubles. You give it away to God. Travel is again strongly showing up for you guys. A part of you is very fearful of something breaking away. And trust me, your goals are still going to be safe, no matter what. What you need to focus on is discernment. Where there is, and how will you get there? Become very black and white. The King of Swords is very black and white. It's very factual. It's very what is. Emotional sensitivity. Don't let people make you believe that being kind and generous is a weakness. But don't let others take you for a ride because you're accommodating. Some of you who are watching this reading are perhaps the age 27. I'm getting very specific age groups here. 27, 40, 43, 41, 62, and 22. Okay, again, we are back to that knowledge acquisition. Baba wants to tell you that nothing is happening because, oh, this was supposed to work out and it was going to go in this way, and if it didn't go this way, this means I'm a failure, this means I can't do life right, this means I don't know how to do, I don't know, I'll never be successful. Stop giving yourself all that negativity. Every job that you're doing, every task that you pick up, the smallest project that you work on is a part of your destiny. It's your job to learn from every experience and move to the next. Okay? If there is a relationship or an equation that is not making ROI anymore, if there's a team member you need to let go, if there's a boss who's not making sense to you and has become toxic, if there is a client who's taking too much but giving too less back, if there is a professor who's being abusive, there has to be an end to certain relationships. You are ready to let go of those relationships. Toxicity has to get out for you to get success, and you got to take that strong decision. Okay, for some of you, it could actually mean letting go of somebody you've worked with or you've been trying to work with for years and years and years. This brings me back to that giving back. Basil leaves. Drinking a cup of basil tea every day would be very, very good for you for the next 100 days, pile 1. And give back to the society. Emotional sensitivity is not your weakness, it's your strength. If you are getting an opportunity to mentor someone, say yes. If you're getting an opportunity to be mentored, say yes. Look for people who want to push you to do more instead of pulling you into petty things. I hope this reading has helped you and resonated with you and has given you clarity as to what to do, what not to do in the next 100 days. If it has, I hope you choose to claim the reading by accepting change and being ready to grow, ready to learn. Leave me that comment below. I am ready to learn. I am ready for success. I'm not going to be scared. Claim these confirmations. Okay? And mean it. Take some deep breaths, say it out loud, mean it, change your vibrational alignment. We'll end this reading with some fortune cookies. It's been an absolute delight to read for you guys as usual. Okay, let's see what comes up. Some more. Okay. We have challenges. Yep. No sugarcoating. It is a challenging next 100 days for pile 1. And know where giving an energy will not change anything. If you have been trying to, because I do have the Hermit, which is the card of the Guru, and then the Shiksha coming up, which is again education. If you've been trying to change something or someone or a situation or a project and nothing's changing, you just have to know when to withdraw energy. Learn where to withdraw energy. Small successes are likely now and bigger ones are on the way. Finances could improve dramatically, but avoid get-rich schemes. Shortcuts. Do not shy away from hard work. And do not allow people around you who shy away from hard work, long hours. You need hustlers, be a hustler. There's no shortcut to success. Okay? Spending time outdoors, and again, grounding. We talked about this when being out in the forest, listening to ocean sounds. Mental clarity. Carry your clear cords with you guys. Okay? Because Gemini is, again, clear cords and Gemini is a solid combination. Twists and turns. Carefully made plans could be thrown out of the window as major changes and interruptions surround you. Make sure you get lots of rest to cope. Again, I'm saying don't hang on to one particular way of doing work. I feel like I want to give you guys one last fortune cookie. Sexuality. Existing relationships could find new passions and heighten sexual attraction. Opportunities for marriage and good family life are strong, but if single, beware of temptation. This again talks about bringing passion into your work. Okay? Surround yourself with people who would be as passionate as you are, and if there are nobody like that, cut away from that noise. I hope this reading has helped you and given you the inspiration and clarity that you seek. And I hope I'm not forgetting any reading that we were... Oh, did I give you your Lenormand card? Yep, we did. We've covered everything, pile ones. It was an absolute joy to read for you. Thank you again for your time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome, my beloved pile twos. Those of you who picked the pearl and my tarot piles who like to know my pile selection. This is my pile selection for this reading today. Why pearl and what is the charm talking about? This charm talks about pressure creates pearls. You know how pearls are made, right? If you don't, go watch a documentary on it. It's a beautiful, beautiful journey of how a pearl is formed. Pearl is a wonderful stone for Aquarius, by the way, if you have strong Aquarius placements, or if you have strong Saturn placements in your chart. Pearl talks about, and that's my personal reason of picking that as well, when you're feeling a lot of pressure, know that only great things are made. Diamonds are made of pressure. Pearls are made of pressure, right? On that note, we're going to get deep dive into today's what is the next 100 days story for you guys, okay? Just give me 1 second. I need to take a sip of water. Okay, so first we're going to look at the rune, which is going to be the main theme of the next 100 days for you from your rune card or the rune deck. Okay, we have drawn the Thurisas. The first message of this card is clearly protection. Do you see something's clearly not wrong in this city? And hence the person needs protection. The person is protected. So if you're feeling very fearful, you're feeling very anxious, the first message I have for you is that you're protected. But be mindful that of course your intuition is correct. Alertness is required. Focus is required. Because it's not like you're being scared for no reason at all. There is something clearly that you need to be mindful of, that you need to be calmly deliberating on, that you need to have a plan and a strategy about. But there's nothing to be fearful of it because you are protected. This could also be some unexpected turn of events, by the way. Sometimes this rune shows up when an unexpected turn of event leads to good fortune. Okay, we look at your astrology deck now and see what is going on and which house is getting activated. Okay, we have your first house. Okay, this is about your identity. This is about who you are, how others see you. What do you show up as? Your concepts are changing about self, about the world. It's spooky how I love tarot and what I'm experiencing in my personal life right now, what I'm going through, and then drawing the first house. Some of you could be undergoing a Saturn return. Some of you could be having a Saturn maturing, which is again 27 to 33 could be the age group, or 35 rather, 27 to 35. You're asking yourself some questions, no matter how scared you are. Is this really the job I want? Why am I wanting this money? Where is this leading me? How does this work out for me? What is the bigger picture? You're asking those big questions. You're not scared. Even though you are scared, you're not scared. And I love this. I love this for you guys. Don't be scared to be honest and real with yourself. Look into the mirror. Are you happy? Is this what you'd hoped for? And you have the permission to change, pile ones. Some of you are almost scared of change of within yourself. But change is natural. You're not going to stay the same person. Your dreams and aspirations will evolve. Your desires will evolve. Give yourself permission. We're not going to be the same person again and again. And perhaps that's what your higher self is also very conscious of, that you're changing, that you're evolving. Your identity is shifting. Let's look at your planet cards. Wow. Wow. Okay. Uranus is all about, okay, something unexpected is happening, pile one. Okay, I'm very, very sure for you guys. Unexpected, unpredictable, unseen. But I'm not scared of this energy for some reason. It's an awakening. It's a sudden change. It's an enlightenment. It makes your world change 360 degree and for the good, 180 degree and for the good. You're not seeing this coming. You're not expecting this to happen, but it's going to happen. Don't be scared. Be excited. Be curious. Internet, e-commerce, anything related to e-commerce, marketing, social media, these are some very strong professions highlighted here. Social activism, being the change for a larger community. Uranus does feel upheaval. It will not make you rest. Some of you are not sleeping because you can sense the change coming your way. There's a breakthrough happening and it's happening through you. by you. Wow. Such powerful energies here. And it's not because I want to share about me, but it's all about helping you see the lines being drawn. My first house is ruled by Aquarius. Uranus rules Aquarius. So look at this madness. I've picked this pile. And we'll shuffle on camera, of course. I mean, typically that's what we do. But crazy, isn't that? That's how Spirit speaks to us. Wow. This is the opposite sign of Aquarius, which is Leo. Be proud. Be passionate. Own your self-belief. Shine. Don't be scared to shine. Don't be scared to speak your truth. Don't be scared to lead. Don't be scared to ask for what you want. Don't be scared of taking the throne. You're protected. And all eyes on you. Whether you want it or not, all eyes on you. Pile 2. It's going to create a lot of conflict inside you. Perhaps some of you are not ready. You wanted to do something else. You're not ready for where life is taking you professionally. But let me tell you, wherever you're going, it is a destiny call. And if you can, perhaps, you know what you need to do is just perhaps, instead of getting jittery on every reaction or action that is happening, breathe it through. Take it easy. I know I'm saying it's way easier than this combination to show up than to say just take it easy. But wherever you can include, maybe you want to take up some time for aromatherapy. You need your nerves to be calm. This pile needs to be calm because there's a lot happening for you guys in the next 100 days. End of July, starting of August will be a relevant time if you're watching this where I'm posting this. So would be February. End of January. These are some relevant months coming up for you. But this is big. And it's inside out big because we have the first house showing up for you. Whatever is going to change, whatever is changing for you is initiated by you. And I don't think some of us who have picked this pile really understand it right now, but there is something shifting drastically. Okay, we're going to move towards your Moonology cards to see what's going on, what's more timelines around this. And let's see. Wow, believe in the impossible. Look at this. It's a kind of a breakthrough which you don't expect happening perhaps for some of you for some years. And it is just going to be there, right there. And you won't know what to do with it. But believe in the impossible. And again, I'm saying, I can literally feel some of you getting very, very scared with this reading, but Spirit wants to come in and say, what are you scared of? This is your time. I literally heard that song. It's so funny. I can hear the song, Apna time aayega. If you reach this part of the reading, leave me that comment, okay? Apna time aayega. That's your song. Don't be scared. This is good. It is scary, but it's good. It's the good kind of scary. It's this kind of scary which asks you to do more, be more, have more. Not just for yourself, but for a larger community. Uranus is never selfish. This is an energy of the king's rule. It helps everything and everyone around it while the change is happening internal. That's why they say it's just one soul changing, one ripple effect, one butterfly, one stone in the pond, the world changes. If there's any kind of a conflict you're dealing with, and you're feeling very guilty about how do I go about it, I don't want this to become so sticky, there's a win-win, harmonious outcome ahead. Full moon in Libra was in the month of April. Something initiated in April, something that started in April, and you've been having a lot of conflicts around it. It's going to be workable for both sides. Don't quit on something, pile 2s. There's something crazy coming your way. I'm literally saying it crazy. Uranus and believe in the blue moon impossible is like, wow, of everything else I thought this would lead me to, this was not what I was expecting. You're not expecting this. So whatever you're thinking it is, it's not that. Let me tell you that. Okay? It's something that Spirit just hasn't shown you yet. Just wants you to believe that there's something great coming. And how does it come? Through pushing your fears away. The month of November would be significant for some of you guys. I already covered the month of Leo, August, July. These are some significant timelines. Okay, let's look at your Lenormand deck. I forgot what it's called. Child. Okay. The number 4 talks about stability. Some of you are attracting a leader in your life. Some of you are being told to look at life from a fresh pair of eyes. A new beginning is definitely coming for pile 2s, let me tell you that. In some form or other, there's newness coming in your way. If there's a creative project you're working on, maybe you just need to pause and come back to it. And that answer will just hit you. Epiphany is coming towards this pile. Donating to NGOs which deal with children will release financial blockages for some of you guys. You could be also in, of course, a profession that is directly related to children as well. But you're protected. These two coming together is again an affirmation of protection. And if there's something you're solving, some of you could be scientists or something related to analytics or something which requires solving a complex problem, you will get to the solution. You just have to pause, look away, and then come back to it. You've spent too much time, sometimes we just banging our head on something and we've not looked away. All you need to do is just look away and the answer will come to you. I'm going to move towards your tarot before we get into your angel guidance and Sai Baba oracle guidance. If so far the reading has sounded like, okay, I didn't come here expecting this, or I came here and I knew something's brewing, I want you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't. We clearly vibe together pile 2s, and leave me a like if this video has already resonated with you to some extent. We're now going to move towards your tarot and ask exactly what is happening in the next 100 days. I'm going to first check your current energy. Who am I reading for? What's going on as you watch this reading? Then we're going to look at what is showing up for you in the next 100 days. Then we'll move to after tarot for some final outcome messages. Okay, and let's see. Of course, this is a long reading. We have fortune cookies as well to add. So let's see, what is the current energy for pile number 2? And I just realized we talked about Aquarius with the Uranus energy. You've again picked Pearl. People of Aquarius ascendant, Aquarius North Node, Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars could be very significant people in your life. Okay, I've got too many cards for the current energy. I didn't pay attention, so hold on. I need to shuffle again. All right, what is the current energy for pile number 2? The current energy for pile number 2. Thank you. The current energy for pile number 2, please. Thank you. Okay. Wow. I mean, come on. If you see tarot, you know what this card is, right? King of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn could be some relevant zodiac signs of people I'm reading for, or you have relevant placements in these planets. This talks about steady success and growth. This talks about legacy. This also talks about stock market, investments, money, wealth growing. Remember, I'm not saying bank balance growing. I'm saying wealth growing. Wealth is loyal people. Wealth, your network is your net worth. That's a message I want to give pile 2s. You're going to know better people and you're getting into contact with stronger people in your workplace. You're attracting people currently who have a large access to resources. Okay, and loyalty. If you're questioning the loyalty of those around you, there are loyal people around you. Okay, you have some loyal souls protecting you. No wonder we had protection for you, right? I want to take one more card for your current energy. Okay, again the pentacle. And things are slow. This doesn't move fast. It's perhaps frustrating some of you. You're getting irritated. I am. It's been one of the most irritating Mercury retrograde. Let me tell you, just in case any of you are delusional, just because some people read tarot, they do meditation, they are into spirituality, doesn't mean we don't have anger, irritation, frustration. These are all natural human emotions. And unless I become a monk, perhaps someday, and I just leave for the Himalayas, I'm going to still be in this 3D, living in the matrix, and I'm going to experience all these emotions. So if I, as a tarot reader, I'm giving myself the permission to experience it. If you're judging yourself, am I being fair? Are you being fair to yourself, first of all? Are you over-pressurizing yourself with this ambition? And you're frustrated by the speed of things. Relook at your plans is another thing I want to tell you. Make sure you have a detailed plan. Your why has to be very clear. If you're chasing something, pile 2s, but you don't know why you're chasing it, that is what the message is. But I mean, this combination is supremely positive. Any kind of a law or legal work that you're in will sail through beautifully. Financially, this also talks about, of course, acquisition of wealth. So house, car, any kind of an asset, furniture, all those things could be very likely. This is long-term success, both the cards. So whatever you're doing right now, wherever you are in life right now, you are not looking at short-term success. You're trying to aim for long-term success, which is kudos. Kudos, right? Okay, let's look at what is happening in the next 100 days. What's going on for pile number 2 in the next 100 days? Thank you, Spirit, for their career, money, finances. What's going on for pile number 2? What's going on for pile number 2? One more shuffle. What's going on for pile number 2? Thank you. What's happening in the next 100 days? Okay, we have the 9 of Pentacles. Look at the number of... We all know Pentacles is earth, material wealth, success, this world, right? Look at the amount of Pentacles showing up. You're making something on your own. Self-sufficiency. Wow. Wow. I mean, you're seeing, okay, the first part of the reading, we had cards out. Right now, we're shuffling on camera. There's success, completion. If you're questioning, can you do something on your own? Are you good enough to manage it on your own? Yes. Yes, you are. Okay, what's happening in the next 100 days? And I think others see you as this energy now more than ever. Maybe you've always known that you can, but something's happening and others see this in you. Okay? And you're charismatic throughout it. You're poetic, you're charismatic, you're winning hearts. You're winning hearts here. Art, this is a wonderful combination also for anybody in artistic business, spiritual business. Healing is happening through you and for you. If you are waiting for some sort of a graduation, this is that graduation ceremony as well with the 4 of Wands. 11/11. Again, the month of November showing up. November is a very significant time for this pile. Even though we are reading for next 100 days, so it's timeless. So I don't know if the next 100 days has November for you. But wherever you're watching this, whenever is November. Okay, I feel like we are called to take this card. Wow, look at the Page of Cups. Okay, be playful through all of this, pile 2s. It's a message I keep giving to myself, but I fail at. Be playful. Take out time for your creativity. You don't have to rush this. It's happening at its own due pace. And it will reach the due completion you're hoping for it to reach. Travel is very likely for some of you, especially to somewhere which is an ocean, water. Some of you are going to get a recognition or a promotion because the King of Pentacles and that 4 of Wands also talks about sometimes something which gives you your due credit. Be playful for the next 100 days. That's all I will suggest. Don't lose your playfulness in your desire to achieve. Okay? I'm going to look at what is the outcome happening of everything that you're doing. If you follow this guidance that we're talking about, what's happening for you, anything else Spirit wants to tell us for the next 100 days using the After Tarot. What's happening for pile 2s? Any of you trying to launch any kind of a self-starter business, please go ahead with it. There cannot be a more positive spread to confirm that for you. Please go ahead with it. Invest in only long term though. Okay? Don't try to get into short-term investments, pile 2. What is happening in the next 100 days? What's the outcome? What's coming up? What's the next blessing? Obstacle, guidance. Wow, we have the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles showing up. Emotional and financial maturity coming in. That equilibrium. This is water signs, Scorpio, Pisces and Cancer. There could also be a father figure who really helps you. It's okay to say no to things that do not fit with you. that do not fit with this vision. Don't be scared to say no. Don't be scared to reject what does not work for you. Okay? Because your cup will be filled. What's happening in the next 100 days for pile number 2? Look at that. Okay, a childhood friend, something with ancestral property coming in with money for you. Again, a shift of perspective. We had talked about the Uranus. There's a shift of perspective coming for you. If you've been feeling stuck with the 4 of Cups, sometimes people feel stuck. That stuck energy is okay. That's why. If you've been feeling stuck, obsessed, things are not moving, things are not happening your way. Again, I'm saying there's a balance of letting go and taking due action. Seek emotional fulfillment first, and money will follow. Success will follow. In the next 100 days, I want you to ask yourself, every time you're taking a decision, every time you wake up, every time you're doing something, is this really in alignment to what makes me emotionally happy before anything else? Because if you're choosing your emotional happiness, if you're choosing to be playful, don't forget to be playful. I'm again and again saying, take out time to play pile 2s. You need breaks. God, I'm calling myself out in so many ways. Sometimes we become our biggest problems when we don't know when to pause. Right? When we don't know where to draw a boundary. Where we are overexerting our energies. That shift of perspective is coming your way. And you're focusing as much as on your emotional well-being as in your materialistic well-being, which is equally important. No doubt about it. What are you going to do with money if you're not feeling happy? What is the point? Right? What's the point of sitting at Taj if you're not really having a good time? So you're going to prioritize and you're going to balance good times. Trust yourself, pile 2s. There's a childhood dream which is coming true for you guys, by the way. This could be acquisition of a home, or finding a nice home, or feeling at home at your workplace, at your profession, feeling like you belong. If you've been seeking a sense of belonging, instead of feeling chained, you will start to see that this is where you belong. If you've been looking for a soul tribe, you're attracting that soul tribe, that community, which helps you reach that next level of success. There's helpful people coming your way, pile 2s. Like genuine help on its way for you. Okay? Let us look at your angel guidance now and see what has shown up for you. I don't know, just one thing that I want to repeatedly say. Fear cannot be your driving force. Okay? Fear cannot be your driving force, pile 2s. Okay, and we have base chakra coming up right there. Work with red jasper, bloodstone, affirmations, healthy food. If you're hangry, you're going to be reactive. And then that's how things go wrong. Diet, exercise, basics are equally important for pile 2s in the next 100 days. This and the devil card showing up, this is how I love oracles and the speaking. Some of you may have the turtle as a spirit animal which is trying to guide you. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't rush anything. It's happening at its due time. If there have been lessons in your past which you've not mastered when it comes to your professional success, how you deal with money, if you overspend money, if there's something that, you know that you're a shopaholic when you don't have enough bank balance, come on, that is not something to, that's something you got to control, right? You got to say no to things that are not going to bring you emotional fulfillment. Stay away from instant gratification when it comes to money. And there's an awakening happening. Again, with that hangman, some of you who are into spiritual business or wanting to do a spiritual business, this is a very positive card combination showing up. Amethyst is another stone I strongly recommend with the heal away addictions, which is a crystal for doing away with addictions, and the third eye chakra, which is all about the color purple. You'll get there, pile 2s. I think some of us just need to hear that repeatedly. I am There's a pile that I did recently, and then there was an affirmation that I channeled. I am doing the best I can, and the best is good enough. I am doing the best I can, and it is enough for me to succeed. That was a quote. Okay, yep, that's the one. I am doing my best, and it is enough to succeed. Please leave me that comment and claim it. You're doing enough. You're doing enough, and you will succeed. Stop putting yourself under that pressure cooker. Okay? Have time to play. Have time for your heart. Have time for creativity. Those things are equally important. All work and no something. What is it? All work and no play made Jack a dull boy. That is your message. Do you guilt trip? I do. If I didn't make a Taropal recording and I went out to party, and I really have to remind myself I deserve to have a good time. If you're somebody who's always guilt tripping, if you have a pending task that you had a good time, that's not a very healthy thing. Right? You work hard enough, you deserve to let your hair down. You deserve downtime. There's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you less. Okay. Some of you could be dealing with or attracting a romantic relationship through your work affairs. Because we do have now, that King of Cups and King of Pentacles, the Four of Wands. These could also be romantic relationships. Somebody from the past returning, giving you an offer which is very emotionally fulfilling to you. Because if you see that Knight of Cups, Page of Cups matures to the King of Cups. The Knight of Pentacles matures to the King of Pentacles. Something is growing. Something has matured over time. There's strong Capricorn energy here, by the way. So professionally, Capricorn energy could be relevant. You're also being told to know when to chase, know when to receive, know when to give, know when to take. Reading spiritual books, Sai Satcharitra especially, if you believe in Sai Baba, otherwise any spiritual books. Bringing yourself back to that space of your why. If your why is clear, life won't overwhelm you. Unity consciousness. We are all one. Every small change that you're making in your life, which makes you to a better individual, a better professional, a better financial expert, is not just good for you. It's good as a ripple effect to your larger community, to your office, to your team, to your family, to your next generations. And you need to have that understanding, and then give yourself the due credit of what you're doing. When you heal yourself, you heal a large community. You don't just heal yourself, because your actions, your decisions, your way of looking at life changes, and you're going to get opportunities to receive these blessings, pile 2. There's a lot of success here with the number of pentacle cards we've seen. Fear cannot be the reason that drives you. Pressure can't be what drives you. And don't break under pressure. Remember, you've picked the pearl. Embrace it. And take your due breaks. Take your due breaks. If this reading has resonated, given you inspiration, sounded like you, I hope you've decided to become a part of the Taropal community by hitting that subscribe button. Do not miss out on my readings. Click on that notification bell, and we will see. Okay, wait, we're not ready yet, but cards are falling. We've seen opportunities and challenges both. So hold on, I'm trying to give you fortune cookies. Okay, let's give one more shuffle and wrap this reading. I hope you've claimed your affirmation. I'm doing the best I can, and it is enough to succeed. Okay, fortune cookies. What is coming up for pile number 2? Assert yourself. Go for what you want. The time is ripe for soulmate connections. Birth of a child is also likely. If you have been planning a creative project, this is confirmatory. If you've been waiting for a partner or a team, again, soul tribe, we talked about this, right? A soul tribe that supports your vision, this is coming. And I already said there could be romantic relationships coming up in the next 100 days for you through your profession. Okay? Fortune cookie for the next 100 days. Okay? Personal riches. Small successes are likely now. Bigger ones are on the way. Finances could drastically improve. I said long-term investments, no get-rich schemes, right? Some of you are acquiring wealth, assets, furniture, doing a makeover of your house. Those kind of financial changes are highly likely. Okay, that's a lot of fortune cookies. There's a surprise coming away. This again brings me back to that Uranus energy we talked about. Love is again and again showing up for pile number 2s in a career reading. Okay, there could be a surprise event that you attend and you're very well received, you're very well loved, you get more opportunities. Positive work outcomes. Look at this. Consistent efforts will bring rewards, and a major purchase is worth making. If you've been deciding on should I or should I not invest in this, buy this, do this, yes. Wow. Love it when my messages are just confirmed through these things. You may feel like you're getting nowhere, but there are wonderful changes ahead. Don't give up. We'll get there. We'll get there. We're going there. I feel your energy, pile 2s. I've picked the same pile. I know the pressure. I feel the pressure, but we will get there. Carefully made plans could be thrown out of the window as major changes and interruptions around you. Make sure you get a lot of rest. I'm never going to sugarcoat it. You don't see a lot of things coming. A lot of things will not make sense to you when they are happening. Let it happen. Have faith. Again, go back to your spiritual base, your spiritual foundation. Remind yourself who you are. If you're somebody who believes in Baba, then I want to strongly tell you Shraddha and Saburi is your message. We got to have faith that he knows where he's taking us. Even though I can't see where he's taking us. You can't see where he's taking us. We got to trust this process. There are wonderful things lined up for you. I hope you've seen the positive messages shown up for you. I hope you remember to be playful with yourself. Cut yourself the slack to make mistakes. Give life time and you will bloom. Thank you so much for your time today again, pile 2s. I will see you in your next reading. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome pile number 3s. Those of you who picked this beautiful dolphin, a very intelligent spirit animal, loving, intelligent, playful and social. Okay, some of those keywords already showing up for you in your career, money, finances reading. We're going to do this a little differently today. We're going to look at the rune, which is our key theme for the next 100 days. We're going to also look at tarot. We're going to look at astrology cards. A lot of oracle cards here, as you guys can see. Let's see the first theme for the next 100 days for you guys. Okay, we have... I dropped a charm. We'll have to find that. Never mind. Tiwas. Okay, mountains. Could be a very significant message here already. Or climbing a mountain, which is of course steps. Rome was not built in a day. You are taking an uphill ride. Perhaps some of you are making leadership harder for yourself. It's supposed to be easier. You're supposed to have fun on the way. Your career is supposed to bring you wealth, satisfaction, rewards, success, fame. It's not supposed to be something which is like a painful journey. And people are banking on your leadership, pile 3. People are looking up to you in the next 100 days. You're going to get opportunities to lead. And leadership comes with the emotion of service. Right? The emotion of service. What can you do for them, not what they can do for you. Powerful, powerful starting message. Let's look at your astrology cards to see what's going on in the next 100 days for your career, money, finances. Okay, we have the 6th house. Health and daily habits. This now together brings me also to bring your focus towards your workout, your routine. Those small, what do you do in the morning? How do you end your day? How is your afternoon? What time are you eating lunch? How much energy does your body have? Because how will you succeed? How will you make great financial plans? How will you invest money? How will you do anything if there's no physical stamina? And every small habit of yours is contributing towards your success or your failure in the next 100 days. So if you're not being careful with your diet, you're going to fall sick and that leads to professional problems. Be mindful of your health. Be mindful of your daily habits. Also, be very mindful of hidden enemies. 6th house can also talk about hidden enemies. Don't be scared of the person who comes and fights with you for your money, for your work, for your growth. Be scared of people who are quiet. I always say this. People who fight, people who come and bring up conflicts are people who care. But those silent ones are often deadly. 6th house is also, of course, workplace or office area. Mercury showing up for you. 6th house is ruled by Virgo. Virgo could be a significant placement for you or for somebody you know. speech, choice of words, trade. Those of you who are planning to invest into crypto, it's a good thumbs up for you. Or something similar. I'm not a financial expert. I'm not saying go invest in crypto, but I'm giving something like crypto. Okay, you know what I mean, right? Something cutting edge, something different. This is also education. If you want to learn something new, this is a very positive card showing up. You may want to invest your time, taking out 10 minutes in a day. Did I learn something new today? Did I listen to a podcast? Did I read a book? 10 pages of a book? Did I improve? How are you working on your comm skills? Are going to play a critical role in the next 100 days for your career and your money. How you're speaking money, how you're handling money, how you're thinking about money. Mercury is also our brain, our intellectual ability. Are you learning about finances and financial well-being? Are you making your budgets right? Because if your brain is not really processing things about money and work, then how anything changes, right? Again, day-to-day small habits coming back here. Aries, taking due action and conquering something. Don't wait for a knight in shining armor, pile 3s. That's my first message to you. You're the kind of people, it feels to me, and I'm always going to call out what I read. Don't kill the messenger. You wait for others to be the leaders, which is why you're going to be put in situations, you're going to be put in spot where it's do or die. It's either you making a good decision or you don't. It's either you showing leadership qualities or not. Don't wait for a knight in shining armor. It is you who will win the war. Initiate ideas. Speak your mind, but speak it in a way which is easy to receive. Right? Don't go killing people, because Aries and Mercury could be a very harsh combination sometimes. But leadership is clearly a message here. Promotion is highly likely if you're ready to. This won't come easy, by the way. When I say promotion is highly likely, it means it's an uphill ride. You will have to work hard for it. But if you're ready to work hard for it, it's coming your way. Okay, let's look at your Moonology cards here and get some timelines and additional guidances. Hold your vision. Energy is picking momentum, gaining momentum. That's exactly what it feels like even in this ride, right? Wow, Virgo again showing up. Time to give rather than take. I said leadership means what can you do for them, not what they can do for you. First, give. Then ask. This should be your message for the next 100 days. What have you done to ask for the money that you're asking? What have you done to ask for the support that you're asking? How have you contributed? What are you doing in your day-to-day hours? How productive are you? Planning is very important for this pile, by the way. If you don't have a routine, if you want to get a planner, if you want to list down things, because this is also a combination which talks about forgetting things which are important. Making a vision board, keeping some quotes in front of you. The next fixed moon will be in the sign of, hold on. This is Sagittarius when I'm shooting this. Of course, it's a timeless reading. So whenever the next fixed moon is, it's an important time for you. But if you're watching this while I post this, we are currently in the new moon in Sagittarius. The full moon in Sagittarius and the full moon in Scorpio if you're following Vedic. Vedic is a fixed moon. So Scorpio is a fixed moon. The next one after this comes in Leo. So the month of August could be relevant for some of you. August, September is also the season of Virgo. Very specific age groups here as well. 16, 27, 22, 36. Some additional confirmations here. There is something which currently is slow and in the background, but in the next 100 days will take a lot of your time. So you got to balance different, you got to plan it better. This pile, the message I want to really give this pile is planning, routine, to-do list, checklist. That's what you need to get your things done. Okay, I'm going to move towards your tarot before we get into your Angel Oracle and Sai Baba Oracle guidance cards. If this has sounded like where you are right now, or sounds like, yep, that's my journey, I hope you've already hit that like button. Let's look at your tarot cards to see what your current energy is, what can we expect in the next 100 days for your career, money, finances for pile number 3. This pile, I don't know why, I already feel like there's a connection with pile 2. So in case you were confused between 2 and 3, there may be a message for you. Some of you though, I don't think a lot of you, but very specific people were confused between 2 and 3. So if 2 and 3 were both your cards, if you were thinking about it, maybe you want to after this watch 2, okay? Let's look at the present energy first. What's going on while you're watching this reading? What do you need to know right now for your career, money, finances? What's happening for pile 3? Okay. We'll take the first one because that's the one I'd seen, and we'll take this one because that's the one I'd seen. 2 cards for your current energy. 4 of Pentacles and 9 of Swords. What are we so anxious about, pile 3s? And we are holding ourselves back. We do not show our true strengths. Again, that leadership message showing up. It's almost you're scared to show what you know. It's almost like you're scared to reveal all your cards. But you're being pushed to reveal all your talents. You're being pushed to ask for more work. Show up. Be proactive. Have conversations instead of keeping just things in your mind. Communicate your financial needs, your career needs. Have a discussion around career pathing. Speak. Okay. Sleep and lack of sleep is what you're warned against. Chamomile tea is something I strongly recommend for that. Don't hoard wealth is another thing. Give back at least 5-10% of your money. Give it back to the community and it will come back to you in abundance. There's something that you're fearful of while you're watching this reading, and that's not your reality. Stop worrying about it. Stop losing sleep over it. That's not your truth. Just because something has not worked out in the past does not mean it will not work out in the future. Some of you really needed to hear that. It's okay for you to take risks if you're planning something which is risky. It's absolutely fine. It'll work out for you. Be the leader. Take the reign. Don't wait for someone else to come and tell you what to do. Okay, let's see what's happening in the next 100 days for pile number 3. What's happening in the next 100 days for pile 3? Wow, that's another 9. Some of you could be seeing, that's too many cards. Number 99 or 99 could be in your personal year number 9 as well. Resilience is the need. Don't be too sensitive to criticism, pile 3. That's another message I want to give you. Too many cards falling. Too much energy here. Don't be sensitive to criticism. Take your time to think, process, absorb. There is a wise person here. Again, that Virgo energy showing up. Wisdom is available to you. More importantly, spiritual wisdom. Make sure you take out time to meditate for 10 minutes a day, no matter how busy your day is. Look at the number of 9s. 9, 9, 9. Leave me that 999 angel number. Go research on 999 angel number if you don't know what that is. Okay, there are going to be, I'm never sugarcoating things, pile 3. This next 100 days will test your resilience, will test your ability to stand by the dreams and goals you have, to show what you're made of, what is your metal. Okay, and if you do, there is success. Okay, we want to take one more card for what's happening before I move to the after tarot. Stand your ground. And you will have supportive people. Let me tell you that. 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands looks alone but is never alone. And do not let indecision or delayed decisions from your end make you feel confused. Your intuition is your biggest power in the next 100 days. Should I not? Should I not? It's going to keep you sleepless. Do it. If there's a situation wherein you've been just delaying to make that final call, in the next 100 days, it's do or die. And you have strong ancestral protection here. Some of you could be getting some sort of a wealth, support, heritage money from your ancestors. Okay, let us move towards what's happening at the end of these 100 days. What's the outcome? What is anything else as guidance that pile 3 needs to know? Rest and resilience go hand in hand. If you're tired, take a day's break. Don't quit on it. Don't quit on projects that you're working on, pile 2s. Sorry, did I say 2? 2, 3s. Okay. It almost feels like 2 is at a slightly better place and 3 is trying to get there. So again, if you were drawn to 2, you may want to listen to 2. Okay. What is happening in the next 100 days for? And interruptions are likely. I've been maximum interrupted in this reading, and nothing during a reading is just coincidence. Expect people to interrupt your plans. Stay with your plan. Stick to your goal. Know why you started. Okay? There is a lot of intellectual support for you and spiritual support for you. You will have people around you who are very intellectually sharp and spiritually sharp. Wow. Okay. Recognition, promotion. You will be recognized for the resilience you show, by the way. Pile 3s. If you can do this, this leadership trait, the skill that you will show will not get wasted. Look at that. Celebrations. You're celebrating a successful upgrade. Again, the 4 of Pentacles is repeated. This is why I love after Tarot's energy. Do you see this? This is that death energy showing up in 4 of Pentacles. There's a transformation at play. From being held back to celebrating with others. From being scared to winning. Victory is affirmed for you guys. You will win this. Whatever you are, whatever phase you are, if you're going through a financial struggle, help is around you. Ask for help. Okay? And if there is somebody you spiritually connect with, if there's somebody who's spiritually sound around you, seek their support. The Hermit is always very spiritually wise. Wow. And the High Priestess. That is like the epic combination. If you know a witch in your life, apart from Taropal herself, of course, that's help. Your intuition is your biggest help. The month of November and September are relevant for this file. Intuitively, you have the keys to whatever you're trying to solve. Don't let the outer noise make you forget that you know this, you got this. Don't let fear hold you back. Look at that. That's your underlying energy. We have 3 major arcanas here. I hope you have no doubt in your mind that you're set for big success. I think some people are going to be very jealous, which is why you are going through this noise. Psychic protection is also being called for. Okay, so sage, do your regular salt baths. Carry the evil eye. Suddenly, I just strongly felt that energy show up for you guys. Carry the evil eye. There are people who are very protective of you. Okay? But at the same time, there are also people who really want to put you down. And I always say love is a bit more powerful energy, but love is only powerful when you pay attention to it. Right? So listen to those who want to see you succeed. And you always know in your heart who wants to see you succeed, right? It's not something we overlook, we say like we don't know, but we always know who wants to see us succeed. Okay, let's look at angel guidance for you guys. Clear yourself. We talked about this just now. Evil eye. Clean your mirrors, pile 3. Make sure that the mirrors in your room are at least cleaned once a week. It's reflecting a lot of negative energy in your space. Wow, twin flame. Some of you are working with somebody who is your twin flame. And again, twin flames are not just romantic. Let me be very clear. Okay, there could be anybody in your life. You're here to create something big. Those of you who are single, through this leadership opportunity, could also be attracting a twin flame. There's complementary energies here. Look at that. Intuition is repeatedly shown. If there's somebody who's given you an idea about what the future looks like, they've told you if you've got a reading done recently, or you have got a tarot reading, or for example, this one's really resonating with you, save this reading, come back to it, because it's almost like I'm saying things which will play out for you in literal terms in the next 100 days, and you'd want to come back to this reading. If you have visions, again, remember your Moonology card was hold your vision. This is again talking about vision. Crystal scrying is something that you may want to try. Meditating over fire candles, like, light a candle and just meditating on that fire will give you visions. Clarity will dawn upon you. Working with the element of fire and water would be both cleansing and purifying. Okay, we have the mountain again here. 3 months from now could be a relevant time frame. This is literally 100 days reading. There are obstacles ahead, but there is no obstacle that you won't cross, pile 2s. Again, I'm saying pile 2. Okay, 3, sorry. There is clearly something between 2 and 3. Okay. Grace of Baba is with you. What else do you need? Nothing is happening in your life without his approval. I want you to claim this. I am protected. I am ready to lead. Write that in the comment section. Say it out loud until you feel every body of your vein vibrating to that sentence that you're saying. I am protected and I am ready to lead. You don't need others' permission to lead. And every pain that you're taking for this journey, this sleepless nights, these long hours, the resilience, it will pay off, pile 2s. 3s, oh my God, I'm sorry, 3s. Be careful, of course, of physical pain holding you back. I think we talked about this in your reading. Exercise and workout and health is equally important. Otherwise, physical pains will be your bigger troubles for your financial. Your money may go away in health checkups or medicines and all of those things. You may lose wealth through that. And if you needed a final, it's one of my favorite cards of this deck, by the way. Everything is okay. I love to repeat one of my favorite Abraham Hicks workshops. I strongly suggest you go listen to this after this reading. Everything is working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. I literally feel that energy of anxiety being lifted, by the way, every time I say that. I hope you have that same impact when you do. Let me wrap this with some fortune cookies for the next 100 days for you, pile 3s. There is success ahead, which is why you have challenges. People are very scared of people who can succeed. So don't let other people's noise take you off track. Remember, you're here to lead. Remember, you are made for success. And go chase your dreams. Okay? Stand your ground. Love is again showing up. We did talk about twin flames. Love is in the air, a great time for commitment and taking relationships to the next level. Some of you have just joined a new job. This could also be like you start loving the journey more and more in the next 100 days. You become more committed to it. Perseverance, again showing up. Some of you could be Taurus here, by the way. I saw that, felt that energy here. You may feel like you're getting nowhere. Okay, I think this was the same one that even pile 2s had. Again, 3s, go watch 2s. You may feel like you're getting nowhere, but there's a wonderful change ahead. Do not give up. Intuition, again with the High Priestess showing up. Work on your intuitive muscle, pile 3. There are many exercises to do to build intuition. It's not some otherworldly thing. It exists within you. It's like any other muscle and skill. Positive work outcomes. Consistent efforts will pay rewards. I'm again and again bringing you back to that word of resilience. Stick to your ground. Fight for what you believe in. It will work out for you. Declutter your space. Did we talk about that already? I think I did. Clean space, clean mind. Cutting away noise at every level. It has been an absolute joy to read for you as always. Thank you again for the affection, time, the wonderful, lovely comments you leave me. I wish you guys nothing but massive success. You have the Sun card. I don't know what you're scared of. Go for it, pile 3s. Thank you.